Nebraska's Hall of Fame. Just a fun weekend of celebrating them, and then back Friday, I just can't even put into words how awesome it was for our team. 13 of which have never played in front of Husker Nation, and to be out there with 6,800 or whatever it was fans in Pinnacle Bank Arena just was really fun for us and enjoyable. And then a great big recruiting weekend for a lot of sports. I know men's and women's basketball for sure, and I'm sure football, softball, lots of sports on campus, and to be in town to watch Coach Frost and his crew do what they did on Saturday, and just a really fun night football game, and just a great weekend in Lincoln, and I'm excited to be here Monday morning to visit with you guys about our upcoming season.
Say, Coach, you have 3 Australian players now on the team. How do that style of play from Australia come and kind of complement your team, and what kind of mentality or characteristics do they bring from Australia?
Yeah, and each one of our Australians kind of has their own unique style of play and what they bring to our team. But I would say overall, in general, they're very high IQ basketball players, the 3 that we have in our program. So that is just a treat as a head coach, because it's young ladies that really transition easily to whatever type of system we want to run with the particular team. They learn quickly, they pick things up quickly, they play together with their team easily and quickly. So I would say, that's the biggest thing that those 3 Australians are bringing collectively as a whole.
What do you like about those freshmen now after you've had 3 or 4 months to work with them?
Well, they are personality galore, so you maybe got a little taste of that on Friday night when I gave the mic to Alexis Markowski. The whole crew of freshmen, they just have all kinds of personality, and they bring energy, and they want to compete. And so we've been doing book studies with each class of kids, kind of different book, and the freshmen and I have studied the energy bus, and it's something that we've really stressed with them, is just their role of really needing to bring energy and be a spark for our program all year, and I think they've really bought into that. I've been very pleased at the way they've transitioned into the college game, and it's just exciting things in store for that group.
Maybe the beginning of the season always has some questions, but what do you feel most confident? What do you know you have in this team?
Well, the one thing I know I have is that they're going to compete, and they're fighters, and we have not had to beg or ask for them to go hard in practice, and so that's something that is really a step ahead, and something that we're going to lean heavily on, and that allows us to be able to really focus in on just more tactical things and getting better offensively and getting better defensively. And so I love the fact that they compete and go hard. One thing we have kind of adopted over the summer as kind of a motto was compete and connect, and we know there's going to be a lot of competition in practice, and there has been, and they've really embraced that and gone with it, and they've been able to really sharpen each other up with that competition, and then stay connected off the court.
How are you expecting your defense and mentality to change without being able to funnel towards KK?
Yeah, I know Kate's been a staple for us, and the all-time leading shot blocker in our program, and it's tough to adjust after that. But I think the biggest thing we've been trying to do is just be a little more aggressive on the perimeter, and try to force more turnovers, get a little bit more aggressive with our ball pressure, and we've been working hard to mix some things up defensively in the post, and instead of just having Kate, who's kind of always there behind to block shots, we've been working to try to front a little bit and do a little bit more to mix things up in the defensive post.
Caleb Moriarty, a defensive stopper. Does she have that ability early?
She does have that ability. She's a really special defender. She's a long athlete. She's committed to playing in a defensive stance, and we're really excited as she kind of learns the system and how to play off the ball a little bit more, that she could be a pretty special defender for us.
Do you have enough offense just around all of your other players? You can afford to put a player on the floor that doesn't have to score, that they can just take the best player on the other team and defend.
I mean, I think at times, Sam, yes, is that, we're going to have some kids out there that we feel confident can put the ball in the basket. And so now it's about, finding that balance and making sure that we're, committed on both sides. And really right now, that's the biggest thing we're trying to encourage is the players that really are going to be able to commit to playing on both sides of the ball are the ones that, that really will rise to the top.
Amy, how have you seen Sam Hybe improve her game over the course of the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, Sam, I think the biggest thing that I've been watching is just her leadership and continuing to grow in that area. She was a little miffed last year because I challenged her to be our leading rebounder, and Bella and Izzy both just barely notched her in that area. So every day she's coming to practice just with a competitive juice about her, wanting to try to surpass those two. It's kind of a healthy competition that we have amongst the team. And I think the biggest thing is, 1 year ago she made huge strides because she really knew that even if she wasn't scoring points for our team, that she could help our team in so many ways, just handling the ball with pressure. She had to get us into offense. She really created a lot of offense for other people on our team and rebounded and defended. And I think, the next step that we're going to see in Sam is just that commitment to really being a lockdown defender and doing that on every possession.
Is Sam gonna be point guard a little bit again, like she was before, or do you have a specific point guard?
We're fortunate right now where we have a lot of kids that we feel comfortable are capable of playing that point guard position. We've seen her quite a bit so far in practice be able to play alongside Jazz Shelley, and Jazz Shelley is a natural point guard as well. And Allison Widener, a point guard that's coming in here, that's really been competitive and found ways to impact things in practice. And so I think that's a treat for Sam because we know that she's got experience and can play at that point guard position. If she can get the ball in the open court and really take it, that's where she's special and makes a lot of things happen for our team. So we're most certainly not going to take the ball out of her hands, but in certain situations and circumstances, set plays, things where we would like to be able to, we've got some other kids that can run the point position and do that really confidently. So it provides Sam an opportunity to really kind of go back and forth and for us to have multiple point guards on the court at the same time.
What sense of ownership have you seen from Alexis for being an in-state kid, an in-town kid, daughter of somebody who played here? How important do you feel like it is to her?
It's very important to her, and we just finished up last week individual meetings with each one of our players to kind of just talk through their purpose on the team, and maybe one of my favorite individual meetings of all time was with Alexis Markowski as she sat in my office and at least 15 times in that meeting said, "I just want to win." And I really, she means it. She is a very competitive young lady, and she wants to do whatever she can do to help our team win. And it doesn't matter if it's in a rebounding drill in practice or if it's going to be against Maryland in Big Ten play. And she wants to win, and that's that's a great characteristic to be bringing into our program.
From a recruiting perspective, what's it like to be able to partner with the men's basketball program with, the thing on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, it's just huge. It's just huge. I think I'm a firm believer that the rising tide raises all ships, and certainly something where when we can partner together like that and have kind of both fan bases excited about the programs and just a really special, we're really close with them. Our programs are, our athletes are, our coaching staffs are. We office right next to each other. We bounce a lot of ideas off each other, and so to be able to kind of partner in that way, it's huge for our just continued kind of camaraderie amongst those programs and student athletes, but also the recruits that get to come in and experience an event like this past Friday night.
Amy, what'd you think about the pregame introductions for your team? Did you have a favorite, maybe?
I thought that we had several that were in their element. So just definitely kind of taking it and running with it, and it's fun to see them to be able to have fans to do that for.
We started talking team goals. Amy, what are you guys chasing this year?
Yeah, we really are at the point where our number one team goal is just to continue to compete. And right now, that's kind of where we're focused. I think with this particular team, we've set some individual goals for each individual player and athlete. And as we start to get closer into that preseason, we'll start to identify team goals. But right now, it's just to compete and continue to be the most competitive team on the court.
Does Jazz give you something that you didn't have last season?
Yeah, Jazz is a special player, and she most definitely brings something that we have not had. She's just a true point guard with great vision. She makes everybody else around her better. She's a fantastic scorer and shooter, and the experience that she's gained just with all of the international experience that she's had before, everything, even just this past weekend winning a bronze medal in the Asia Cup finals with the Opals, just she's got a confidence and a composure about her, the way she plays the game, and it's something that already is affecting our team.
Anything else? Okay.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you all.